So I have Cartier's Declaration Perfume. When I smelled this on, I immediately thought, wow, this smells like a niche fragrance, like something Tom Ford would release and charge like 400, 500 for a 50 ml or something. It smells like a niche, and I'm surprised a designer released this. And I looked at the price, and I think it's like 110 or 120 retail, which, a lot of times these brands have perfumes and they're charging 180 or 200, whatever they're charging. But I got like an oody, spicy fragrance. Like I noticed a little bit of cumin in there. I remember when I looked at the notes, it does have cumin in there. It's not overly heavy, but it's definitely in there. It's like cumin mixed with other spices, but I don't. They didn't list oud, but I'm pretty sure the oud I'm getting is like leather and cedar mixed together. It smells mature, masculine, this one for me. It dries down kind of like the designer, like, the designer cloud. Probably woody ambers, but not in the like super negative way. I would say it's not overdone. It just gives it that designer appeal, but it keeps the spice to it on the dry down. That doesn't go away. It stays with the spice stays. The oudiness kind of is more prominent in the opening, but I mean, you still get like a cedary leather spice, but I feel like the spice is like heavier after 10 or 20 minutes. But I mean, it could be interpreted as an oud, but I feel like on the opening, I immediately thought, like, wow, this smells like a Tom Ford synthetic oud or something. So maybe the leather dies out. I don't know, a little bit. I'm getting cedar spice. It's mostly cedar spicy to me with like some kind of woody aroma chemical, but done in a good way. For me, this leans mature. I don't really care. Like, I think if you're younger, you're not gonna like this because of the cumin, but I just think it's a little too spicy for me. I don't know what it is, especially with cumin. Maybe because I live in Texas, we use a lot of cumin in Tex-Mex food. Many cuisines use a lot of cumin, and I'd imagine, I don't know, maybe in France, they probably don't have a lot of cuisines that use cumin, so maybe it's more interesting there, other parts of the world. But for me, I don't want to smell like I've been in a restaurant or I'm cooking and I'm dirty from cooking or something like that. But it's not overly done here. The cumin's done all right, but it's just too spicy for me. I feel like if I want to smell spicy, I'll just go open my spice cabinet. I mean, you could say the same thing about citrus. I could just cut a lemon or something up like that, but I just think the spices are a little overdone here. And it's like they're trying to just blend some aroma chemical to tame all the spices. Regardless, this is one of the more interesting designers. I do like this. I like Cartier's Declaration Eau Fresh much better though. But this is interesting. I mean, if you, I like this one. It smells like a spicy fragrance, and the woody aroma chemical kind of smooths that out. It just smells like a nice, mature fragrance. It's something. It smells mature. I don't know. There's not much to say about this. Just cedar, spicy, aroma chemical, mature, can give the impression of oud. That's really what I get out of this. But yeah, overall, a decent release by Cartier. Better than 90% of other designers out there right now. But I would check. I think there's other fragrances that people would like more out there. I would definitely give the Declaration Hot Fresh a try. And if you can, try this one. I think the opening is really intriguing. This is a somewhat interesting fragrance to for a designer especially.